Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So, funny happenstance today. Someone reached out to me on Instagram and said, hey, I stumbled upon some of your videos and I thought that house and that driveway looked oddly familiar. And it turns out this gentleman just lives one block up the road. So he reached out and said, hey, I got my own 2018 Tacoma TRD Pro. If you want, I can pop on over and say hey. And of course, if you want to, you can shoot a quick video of it. I was like, yeah, definitely. So he's over here now. If you want to follow him on Instagram, his tag is B Castile, and I'll put it in the description so I don't totally mess it up. So I'll put it in there. Feel free to check him out if you'd like. This is his 2018. Couple additions to it. Nothing too crazy, of course. He has the roof rack on there, the OEM one with the crossbars, of course. He does have a OEM tonneau cover, trifold. I'm trying to think, of course, the side steps here. He put those on, which are pretty nice, and it looks like he tinted the windows. And it being a 2018, this is still pre-sunroof days, so it is similar to my 2017 over here, which we'll just do a quick side-by-side here in a minute. It does not have that sunroof, nor does it have the power seat configuration, if you will, or so the power seats, which came in 2020, as you guys know. I'm just noticing this. Looks like he did put in the ambers up front, which looks pretty sweet at night. But other than that, he did say his next step was to pursue some tires. So he's kind of weighing through a couple options right now for that. In my opinion, super white, I think it is the most popular. I mean, these are the ones that you see all around the road. If you go to Hawaii, all you see is super white Tacoma TRD Pros and super white 4Runner TRD Pros. So super popular vehicle. I mean, obviously stateside too. You do get a lot of people who kind of gripe about it just because, you know, if you're familiar with this paint, it's like a single base coat. So unlike the pearl metallic blizzard pearl, this is technically a little less strong, if you will, so historically speaking, right? So it chips a little bit easier and it flakes a little bit easier, so some people will gripe about that. Personally, even with my previous 2017 Tacoma TRD Pro that I had, I never had any issues with any paint chipping or anything. I didn't have any paint protection other than just a nice wax job on it, so I never really experienced that. But I know a lot of people have, so I won't totally downplay it. But I personally love it, and you can never go wrong, especially with all the blacked out accents of the Pro. You can never go wrong, in my opinion. I'll show you a close look at the tonneau cover here. So, super durable, nothing to write home to mom about, of course, but this is the OEM, and if you want to make sure something is done right and well built, you can always go OEM. So I am always an advocate of that. And I'll do a quick comparison to mine here in a second. I think in 2019 as well, or 2020, they introduced the darkened chrome tips. Obviously, this is the normal chrome tip for the catback TRD catback exhaust. Look at the 4Runner 2, just because we're saying black on white. No, I truly think you can't go wrong with this option, which is why it's so popular, I think. Now let's peek at the cement 2017 Tacoma TRD Pro. Obviously same thing, no sunroof. It being in 2017, it has all the same blacked out accent, blacked out headlight housing. Even this right here with the black vinyl wrap up top, it looks pretty sleek with the fake hood scoop, but it still looks pretty awesome. All TRD Pros do come with the TRD skid plate. You guys know that by this point. And mine, as most of you, if you're returning viewers, you know exactly what it has on it, but just in case you're stopping by for the first time, this one does have an Icon Stage 9 lift kit, which is a 2.5 inch lift. It does have some Toyota Open Country tires. The size is 285 70/17s. I always make sure to include that because that always tends to be a number one question. They did have to do, the previous owner admittedly did this, they had to trim a little bit from the front, so I kind of give you a glimpse of what that looks like to make it work with this setup. And these are, if you're a Toyota enthusiast, you already spot it, these are the TRD Pro wheels that came off the TRD Pro 4Runner up until 2020. As you can see, in 21, they look like this. So they look a little different nowadays. You got little indents and grooves all around it, all around the perimeter, and it's a little bit more concave. I think both look fantastic in my opinion, but a little bit different, and I think the 4Runner was about due to swap it out, because I think they've been incorporating those since 2015 when they launched the TRD Pro variant. It does have RSG sliders. You guys have seen this before, the angled ones with a 15-degree angle upward. Definitely recommend those frame slide rock sliders. I'll show you the back of it. And then this is my tonneau cover. So both, I mean, I chose this because it's more flush, right? So it's more of a streamline across. Lightweight. I'd argue that OEM one is more durable though, for sure. This one is finished in Line-X. So Line-X material. I ended up paying, I think, around $1,100 or $1,200 for it with the Line-X on it. So I definitely recommend it. Super easy to use. Same one on the Tundra. Most of you guys know that. Yeah, so really I just wanted to highlight the funny happenstance, and you know, give a real quick shout out to this gentleman. He's definitely an awesome dude, and check out his Instagram if you got a spare moment. But I'll wrap up the video there, guys. I appreciate you watching as always. Till next time.